Hello Nashville, how are you? Buenas tardes Nashville, ¿cómo están? Está un poquito tarde porque se me olvidó otra vez el volumen del teléfono. Porque estaba esperando que llegara mi invitado y tenía problemas técnicos, entonces no sé si me podrá escuchar. Déjame hacer la prueba. Jared, yo veo que entraste, pero no te veo, así que no sé todavía si podré verte. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Today it looks like it's gonna rain. I hope you had a great weekend, and sorry to be a little bit late, but I'm having technical difficulties today with my guest. So I hope that you can see me and hear me okay. Hello, Michael Chris. Hello, Angela Martinez. Hello, Randall. How are you? Hey, man, I miss you. We need to get together soon. Jared, there is a private chat, so send me a message through the private chat and if you can hear me. Sorry, guys. I just trying to get him. See if I can hear. Yes, I'm having a great day, Angela. How are you? How's your baby doing? Tengo problemas técnicos con mi invitado de hoy, entonces estoy esperando a ver si él me escucha, porque veo que está, pero no veo su imagen, entonces quiero asegurarme de que lo puedo escuchar. Ok, ahora te veo. I see you now. Can you hear me? Yes, okay, so, okay, ya me puede oír y me puede ver. Tal vez sea porque traté de poner mi cámara aquí y hacer eso con mi cámara, entonces todavía no está funcionando bien. Sorry, Jared, I go back and forth with English and Spanish, so just hang on. He's laughing, that's good. So today, I invited Jared Porter from the airport to talk about what's going on at the airport and give us an update of what's going on there and what you need to know before you head out to the airport. Hoy mi invitado es Jared Porter del Aeropuerto Internacional de Nashville, que nos va a decir qué es lo que está pasando en el aeropuerto y decirnos lo que usted debe saber antes de llegar al aeropuerto. Bienvenido al programa, Jared. Welcome. Hello.
Oh, thank you for having us.
Oh, for a second I couldn't hear you. I was like, oh my God, I cannot hear still.
I'm very much here.
Okay, I can hear you now. So how are you?
I'm doing great. This is a great, very busy Monday. Things are starting to pick up at the airport. So heading into that midsummer season, 4th of July weekend. So things are busy, which is very good.
That's good to hear. No more empty airport pictures.
Right. It's coming back. We're not quite at where we were pre-COVID-19, but it seems like every passing day, every passing week, the volume picks up more and more.
Wow, that's great to hear. And what is it that people need to know what they are going to go through before they go to the airport?
Right. Well, it's important to remember that safety is the top priority at the airport. Everything we do, every step we take is really with the safety of our passengers, with our employees, with everyone who comes to the airport, with their safety in mind. So right now, we're still very much in that COVID-19 time that we're all dealing with. And at the airport, we've never been cleaner. We have a very thorough, very active and busy cleaning regimen that we go through on a daily basis. And so that touches all the common touch points and make sure that they are clean and disinfected. And we're really trying to do as much as we can to stop the spread of COVID-19. So we're here making it safe for you day and night.
Okay, well, that's great to know. Let me repeat a little bit in Spanish.
I can go into detail after you repeat.
Yeah, I got a little sidetracked because somebody said that they couldn't hear anything, but I turned up the volume on my phone and we got audio. So that's good. Boris, we got audio. So I don't know what's going on that side of the world. So we're on this side. Okay, now I forgot everything you said. So, but básicamente él no estaba diciendo que el aeropuerto de Nashville está listo y que ha subido la cantidad de personas que están pasando por el aeropuerto y que su prioridad es la seguridad y la salud de todos. That's basically what you said.
And that involves a number of different techniques and methods for keeping the airport clean. What we're really doing is throughout the day, several times a day, our cleaning crews are going through and cleaning all of the most frequent touch points, we call them, whether it be elevator buttons, your handrails, restrooms, thorough cleaning of everything in a restroom you might touch, water fountains, all of those things that you might come in contact with, we are cleaning throughout the day. The airline, the gate seating, we clean it in several different ways throughout the day. And also we have masks that are available for people at the airline ticketing counters and at our information center. If you forgot a mask, then we've got that there for you. And again, just doing everything we can to help people stay safe.
Él nos dice que están limpiando con frecuencia todo lo que son las barandas, los baños, todas las superficies donde usted puede tocar, donde las mesas, las sillas, todo donde usted va a interactuar, si va a ir a cargar su teléfono, todo lo están limpiando diariamente, a cada rato, y que cuando usted llega a donde está la aerolínea a chequear, también todos los mostradores se están limpiando y que su prioridad es su seguridad. Okay, what's next?
Well, and that's something that, again, we do throughout the day. So always looking to keep people safe. And, we really have been doing all of the right things that an airport should do to keep our facility clean. And what we're doing now is we're trying to show people what we're doing so that they are reassured, so they see all the cleaning happening. And that also includes posters and signage throughout the terminal, encouraging people to keep social distancing, to stay at least 6 feet apart, to exercise thorough hand washing, to wear a mask, all those simple things that are just very, very effective in fighting COVID-19. And you might hear public service announcements in the terminal while you're there, just reminding you of those very effective things that you can do.
So when I forgot my question because I wanted to translate all that you said first. This is why I like to just take a pause and then translate and then ask. But sometimes my questions come and then I forget what you said. So
we were talking about the signage in the terminal that encourages people to keep social distancing, to wash their hands and to wear their masks. And you'll also hear public service announcements come over the intercom reminding you to do the same things.
So, él nos dice que cuando usted llega al aeropuerto usted va a ver muchas señales de todos los cambios y todo lo que están haciendo para mantenerlos a usted saludable y que no haya ningún tipo de contagio mientras que esté en el aeropuerto. Y también que lo están anunciando por el altavoz. Me imagino que estará en inglés, pero espero que lo esté repitiendo en español. The announcement is only in English?
It is at this time.
Well, I can lend you my voice if you want to do that in Spanish. So I would love to have that in Spanish for our Latino travelers.
That is a very good point. Thank you.
You're welcome. So do you have like a video or a public service announcement that can go on air to the media about what the airport is doing to keep us safe?
We do have it in English, I know for sure, and I will check and see if it's possibly in Spanish too. I'll have to check into that. I don't have it right here in front of me, but thank you.
Okay, that would be great. If you have it, send it over and we'll put it out. Yo le acabo de preguntar que si tienen estos anuncios en español y me dice que no, que están solamente en inglés. Y entonces le pedí que si tienen un video de todo lo que está haciendo el aeropuerto para mantenernos saludables y para que sepamos lo que ellos están haciendo para mantener a nuestra población saludable en lo que van por el aeropuerto y no contraer el virus. Y dice que sí, que tienen unos videos, pero que me lo van a hacer llegar más tarde. Okay, so I got a question from Boris Sancho.
Yes.
He wants to know, can I fly to Miami from BNA?
Yes, and what we would recommend is on our website, flynashville.com, we have up-to-the-minute updates on all the flight activity. So whatever your airline of choice may be, go and search for that and see what the status is, if there's incoming flights to and from Nashville, to and from Miami, and also check with the airlines individually, specifically, and they'll be able to tell you too. That's where you would book your flight to begin with. And so just go and check that out online, and we keep that very much up to date, as do the airlines.
Boris estaba preguntando que si se podía volar de Miami, de Nashville a Miami, y Jerry dice que sí, que puede ir a chequear la página web del aeropuerto flynashville.gov o .com.
.com.
Flynashville.com, y entonces también puede chequear directamente con las aerolíneas que están prohibiendo vuelos en este momento. So let's talk about the new parking lot at the airport.
Yes.
So I have a little video here that I'm going to add to our broadcast and play it, and then you can explain about it a little bit. This is incredible. What's happening?
Yeah. This is a construction time-lapse video that shows the old short-term parking garage that we tore down, and then we built up something much bigger and better in its place. So here you see it happen from beginning to end.
Well, I was wondering about that, if the old parking lot was knocked down, because I was like, that looked like they're knocking down something.
Yes, this is much bigger. It's actually twice as big as the old parking garage that used to be in that same space. So it can hold many more cars. And we also built it strong enough to hold an office building on top, a pedestrian plaza that'll have trees and art and seating areas, all kinds of different amenities for our travelers. And then there will be another one that's built right next to it, and that'll be strong enough to hold a hotel on top. So lots of big things in the works. And
I was wondering where the hotel was going to be at.
You can see here in the video, there's some empty space next to the parking garage. That's where a third garage will go, and that's the one that will have a parking or a hotel on top of it in 2023. So a lot of big things coming to the airport.
So what, this empty space in between the two buildings?
Yes, it'll be built right in between. And then in 2023, all of the parking garages will connect up into one massive garage. And that's somewhere around 5,000, 6,000 public parking spaces that people can have right there across from the terminal. So this garage just opened about a week and a half ago on June 18th. So it's 2,000 parking spaces, a new ballet center. You can see here there's a lot of very nice lighting on the outside that we can light in a variety of themes throughout the year. It's got a lot of amenities, such as electrical vehicle charging stations, a tire inflation station. It will even have what we call a parking space guidance system with green and red lights overhead, so that if it's green, you can see from a distance that there's a parking space right down this aisle. And if you see red, that means there's not a parking space here. So it helps you find your parking space much more quickly without having to drive back and forth and back and forth.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's
very high tech.
Very important. Very important. Estábamos hablando de esta construcción del nuevo estacionamiento del Aeropuerto Internacional de Nashville, y esto es como un time lapse de la construcción desde que empezó hasta que terminó. Y aquí era donde estaba el garaje viejo. Ellos destruyeron el garaje nuevo y construyeron este nuevo. Y aquí encima va a estar también el hotel nuevo que va a estar en el aeropuerto. Y entre los dos edificios van a construir también otra parte del garaje. Y cuando usted entre al garaje, no va a tener que dar vueltas y vueltas y vueltas para encontrar un estacionamiento, porque le va a decir en las pizarras electrónicas dónde que están los estacionamientos. Muy bueno. So anyways, that was a really quick.
Yes, and that's only one part of the major expansion that we're doing. We have a new concourse that will be opening here in about 3 weeks in July. It's Concourse D. It's going to have 6 more aircraft gates. And then beyond that, we're going to have a new international arrivals facility that will open in 2023, a major terminal renovation that will be completed in 2023, lots of new dining and retail and service locations opening all over the airport. So have a lot of exciting things that are happening. And so we've opened several new facilities and additions here over the past couple of years, and even more to come as we grow and expand what we're doing to better serve the Nashville and Middle Tennessee community.
Wow, that is great. I think that this is the next, let me make sure that this is the next video that I had to put on. I guess that is not that one. Okay, it's this one. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna share this next video. Wow, that is incredible.
And only getting started. There's much more to come. We're just really taking all the best parts of BNA and adding even more of those best parts and even more beyond that to make it what we call a world-class airport for a world-class city.
Well, so the Concord D will be like this white area on the right.
I actually cannot see the image at the moment, but it is, yes, it's a very light colored facility. You'll see probably what you're looking at is a rendering that shows 6 Southwest aircraft pulled up to the gate, and so that is the new concourse that will.
Oh no, I see it. It's on the So yes, I see. When you get to the let me see. You're going to the part. The last area is southwest. So in that side will be that Concord.
Correct. That's the new.
Okay, got it. I have the image of the overall plan on the screen. I don't know why can't you see it, but it's on the screen.
So you can see how complex it is, all the different things that we're building and how different BNA will look in 2023.
Yes,
it's already very different than it was a couple of years ago.
So the part of the garage that was finished is when you're leaving, after you arrive, when you leave in the airport, that area, right? That is the new area?
Correct.
Okay. So, and I know that there is on the overall plan, there is the rail.
Yes. We hope so.
On the plans?
We hope that that will be part of the plans one day. We actually built the new parking garage strong enough to accommodate rail lines coming into the garage should the city of Nashville ever decide to pursue light rail and to build that system. We wanted to be able to accommodate that should that happen down the road in future years. We always try to stay 2 steps ahead, so we don't want to build something and then say, gosh, I wish we thought of that 5 years ago. So we're going to be ahead in that regard, and that'll be a tremendous convenience if we ever have a light rail system. So you can pull right up to the terminal, get off a train, walk across the new plaza, and into the terminal. It couldn't be simpler than that. And
yes, we need Nashville. We need Nashville. Nashvillians, come on, Tennessee, vote for it. We need the rail system here in Tennessee. So, and I also see that the hotel will be right on top near the plaza, so that will be great. I wonder how well insulated would would that hotel be not to hear the planes in and out?
Well, I think you'd probably still hear them, but I think that it will be something that's not going to be terribly disturbing, but it'll also hopefully bring some comfort to people knowing that they're just footsteps from the terminal and catching their flight. You know, one thing I always worry about if I ever fly to another city and stay in a hotel far away from the airport is, oh my gosh, am I going to wake up and realize that I'm almost late for my flight? So if you have this hotel that's just footsteps away, you know, even if you wake up and you realize, you know what, I overslept, then you know, you're just right there, footsteps away, and you'll be able to catch your flight, hopefully. So we think it's going to be a very good thing.
And it's good too for those early flights too. You might want to stay in the hotel and then just get up and you're ready to go.
Early late flights, you know, if you have an important business client, if you want to fly in for the day and meet with someone here in Nashville and then fly back out, we can do that too. We're planning to have some meeting space, and so, you know, there's going to be a lot of convenience added because of this new hotel.
That's fantastic. Let me translate a little bit all that we talked. Estamos hablando de que el aeropuerto va a tener el cuarto Concord pasillo, el corredor adicional terminado pronto, y es cuando usted llega al aeropuerto que va a salir, que va a ir a viajar, y está la última puerta es la de Southwest. En ese lado va a estar el corredor. Y entonces, pues, esperan que se terminará pronto. Ya el garaje está terminado. Y también le preguntaba sobre el diseño. Aquí le enseño el diseño una vez más. El diseño del aeropuerto, el futuro del aeropuerto, donde va a estar el hotel, que es aquí en la parte rosada. Y que tienen también en el diseño poder tener el trencito, es el monorail que todos conocemos. Sí, algún día podemos tener el monorail. Así que Nashville, necesitamos que ustedes voten en las próximas elecciones para tener un mejor sistema de tránsito e incluyan este tren que va a ser de mucha ayuda para salir del aeropuerto. Okay. So, during the construction of the airport, you had 76,154 jobs. That is a lot of people.
Yes, we recently just released an economic impact study, and it's amazing what kind of business the airport brings and the impact to the community. You know, that's one thing that we always tell people, that number one, an airport is not about just catching flights and you know, making your flight on time and airplanes. It's really about an experience, and also it's a major economic engine here in the community. And so we just released a study last week that said that $8.1 billion was the total economic impact of BNA on this community in 2019 alone. And that's actually even more than, that's up from 2018 when we did our last study. And that was actually a 14% increase over our 2018 impact. We also did a study in 2012, and this is a 131% increase since 2012. Wow. So that creates, as you mentioned, a lot of jobs. That's not just construction jobs. The 76,000 that you mentioned, that's everything, really. Any job in any form at the airport. 76,000 jobs here in Middle Tennessee that are created because of the airport. $3.2 billion in personal income. You know, people have to earn a paycheck and place to work, and that's also $6.8 billion in business revenues and $464 million in tax dollars for state, local, and federal coffers. So for all of those, for their bottom line as well. So, and we receive no tax dollars. That's something that people are always very interested to hear. Receive no tax dollars, but you can see that we actually do generate quite a bit in tax revenue for state, local, and federal levels.
That is fantastic. Le estaba diciendo a Jared que el aeropuerto tuvo 76,154 trabajos en el aeropuerto, y no es solamente en la construcción, sino en áreas, en todas las áreas en el aeropuerto, y que eso generó $3.2 billones en entrada de salario, de dinero a las personas que trabajaron en el aeropuerto. Y ellos hacen un estudio todos los años sobre la cantidad de trabajos y el dinero que genera el aeropuerto, y este año tuvo un 131% de ganancias mayores que los años pasados.
And one thing that really strikes me about this too is BNA's success. All of the economic impact that we have on the community. It's really a reflection of a growing and thriving city. But the other way of looking at it is we are part of that. We are part of helping it to be a growing and thriving city. All the people that we bring here, because we have a very high functioning, very robust airport to serve people. It's bringing people here in order to come in for whether it be business or leisure travel, vacations. And when they come here, then they are spending money that's really benefiting everyone. So that's just another way to look at our impact on the community. Again, not just about catching a flight. It's about all of the economic impacts and all the benefits that we bring because it's a very successful business.
Él está hablando de que el aeropuerto crea un gran impacto económico porque el aeropuerto trae mucha gente, no solamente aquí a venir de visita, pero que viene a trabajar también a Nashville, y crean muchas formas, muchas áreas de crear dinero para muchas familias, y eso es importante para ellos. And I love the airport because you guys are very strong supporters of the arts.
Yes.
Because you have arts at the airport. If there is musician or physical art, can you talk about it a little bit more?
Yes. Well, that's one of the things we're known for is people will step off an airplane and, within footsteps, they'll hear live music in the terminal. We have 6 music stages, all different parts of the airport. And so that's one thing that people really love is being able to, have that experience. We are part of, of the welcome to Nashville whenever people come in and travel, whether they're coming in for the first time or they're returning and making another visit, or if you're coming home because you live here. It's one of those things that you're in Nashville when you step off the plane and you hear that music. Now, we've not been able to have that the last few weeks because of COVID-19, but we were just talking this morning about hopefully being able to bring that back here soon. So stay tuned, so to speak, and we look forward to bringing back the live music so you can enjoy that. In the meantime,
okay, let me go grab my guitar then.
Better you than me. You would not want to hear me sing or perform in front of an audience, but I respect those who do. One of the special things about Music City. But one of the other things that you touched on was that we also have visual art too. We have it in several different places around the terminal. Some of the skylights, if you look up as you're walking down the concourses, you'll see some special hanging art. That's something that's very special and very trademark of what we do. We also have some installations where you might have, it may be, craft work, wood turning, like chairs and things of that nature, very intricately created craftsmanship, photos, paintings, mosaic art. It just depends. It really rotates on a frequent basis so that, it could be if you come to the airport one day and you see one thing, and then a few months later you come back and you see something else. And the new concourse that we're getting ready to open, that's going to have a magnificent hanging dynamic art piece from the ceiling in the center of the concourse that we can't wait for you to experience. It's also going to have
I gotta book a flight somewhere so I can see.
Please do. It can be interactive, and I will not spoil the surprise for you, but there is it's a very special piece of art that is, I think, I cannot wait to see it actually unveiled. And also a very large mural at the far end of the concourse. And these are things that celebrate not only the arts, but also have a Nashville, Middle Tennessee tie-in. So you're celebrating here, this community that we're here to serve. So again, the airport is an experience in many different ways, and that includes the arts.
Bueno, estaba hablando de las artes en el aeropuerto, que el aeropuerto es un gran apoyador de los artistas y del arte en general. Cuando usted llega al aeropuerto de Nashville, lo primero con que se encuentra es música en vivo, pero por COVID-19 no han podido tener música en vivo, pero pronto van a empezar a traer música otra vez. También tienen tienen arte, puede ser que sea una pintura o diseños, cosas que tengan todo tipo de arte. Y en el nuevo corredor que están abriendo en el aeropuerto van a tener una pieza de arte colgando del techo y un mural bien grande al final del pasillo. que no es solamente el arte para una sola cosa, sino que es un arte que representa a todo el centro de Tennessee y que le da la bienvenida a todos los artistas la oportunidad de exponer su arte en el aeropuerto, y que eso es algo que se aprecia mucho en el aeropuerto. Así que cuando usted vaya al aeropuerto, tómese el tiempo, disfrute del aeropuerto, porque ahí tiene muchas cosas para distraerse en lo que usted está en el aeropuerto. Es una experiencia, como dice él. Ok.
Thank you. Yes, I couldn't have said it better myself. But again,
I'll try.
it's very much an experience, and that includes the food too. One of the things that we're doing is really revamping our concessions program, and so that includes a lot of new and exciting offerings as far as retail and dining and services. So that's one thing. Every time you come back, you're going to see something new. We're going to be opening more and more locations over the next 30 years, or 3 years rather, until 2023, where it really brings in a lot of local flair, a lot of local flavor. And so, and as well as some national names too, that will get people excited. All of those different things, that's going to be part of what we do. And there's going to be a new central marketplace beyond the security checkpoint that'll open in 2023. So as soon as you go through security, right now what you see is a lot of windows that look out onto the airfield, and you'll have basically a shopping mall right there, so that
All right.
After you get through security, you can sit down, you can have a drink. If there's a gift that you need to buy to take someone that you're visiting or for yourself, then you'll have that right there. That's a new amenity that we will have. So again, just taking all of the best things about our airport and adding even more of it.
Ok, él nos dice que también van a adicionar como una especie de shopping mall cuando usted pasa de la seguridad en toda esa área donde tiene cristales. Va a tener áreas donde usted puede comprar algunas cosas, no sé qué es lo que van a poner, y también que la comida en el aeropuerto es una gran experiencia, que están tratando de adicionar más suplidores de comida de diferentes sabores y colores y olores, así que va a tener donde disfrutar de comer de todo tipo de comida. So if people want to have their art at the airport, what can they do?
Yes. Well, if you go to our website, flynashville.com, there is an arts section, and it has all of the information where if you want to contact someone because you have an idea for an exhibit and really are looking for a space to show your art, then we'd love to hear from you.
Okay, let me put that website up. There it is, flynashville.com. So go check it out. If you are interested in performing or having your art showcase at the airport, you go there and you send them an email and they get back to you.
That's right.
Jared, I appreciate your time so much. Thank you for coming on the broadcast and telling us all the great things that are happening at the airport, and how wonderful you guys of a job are doing, keeping us safe while traveling. And I hope that I can travel soon too.
Thank you very much. We look forward to having you and all of your viewers here as soon as they want to come and travel. Fly BNA, Fly Nashville.
All right. Take care, my friend. Have a great afternoon and stay safe.
Thank you for having us.
Chao. All right, guys. Ok, entonces, si usted está interesado en cantar, tocar, bailar, lo que sea en el aeropuerto, o si tiene arte que quiere que se exponga en el aeropuerto, usted va a esta página web, flynashville.com, y ellos le contestan cómo pueden tener su arte o cómo presentarse en el aeropuerto. Bueno, ahora les hablo de la nueva regla. Ustedes saben que voy a hablar del COVID-19, ¿verdad? So, here we go. Ustedes saben que el viernes tuve aquí en el programa al doctor Alex Schuhanger, y él me pudo dar la primicia, como quien dice, de que van a requerir usar las máscaras. Tengo una por aquí. Ok, siempre tengo una a la mano. Entonces, aquí, la nueva regla fue impuesta hoy, así que a partir de hoy todo el mundo tiene que usar máscara cuando anden en la calle, y tengo que coger un tissue y tomar un poquito de agua para poder leer. Entonces, en las máscaras cubiertas faciales se deben usar en espacios públicos interiores y exteriores, pero no se requieren en los siguientes entornos o circunstancias. Por cualquier niño de 12 años o menos, cualquier niño menor de 12 años, de 2 años, no debe cubrirse la cara debido al riesgo de asfixia. Los padres y cuidadores deben supervisar el uso de máscaras faciales por parte de los niños para evitar mal uso. El espacio público al aire libre, a menos que no sea factible mantener una distancia física de 6 pies de las personas que no son miembros del mismo hogar o residencia. Mientras realiza actividades al aire libre o recreación, como nadar, caminar, hacer hiking, correr, andar en bicicleta, o a menos que sea factible mantener una distancia física de 6 pies de las personas que no son miembros del mismo hogar o residencia. Por aquellos que no pueden tolerar médicamente el uso de una cubierta facial. No se exigirá a ninguna persona que se niegue a cubrirse la cara por una afección médica que presente documentación médica de verificación. O sea, si usted tiene un problema del corazón, por ejemplo, o piensa que si se pone la máscara se va a asfixiar, usted tiene que mostrar que tiene ese problema, tiene que tener evidencia para decir que por eso no puede usar la máscara, ¿ok? Dentro del vehículo suyo no tiene que usarlo, o de otra persona, siempre que el vehículo no se utilice para el transporte público o un vehículo de alquiler. O sea, si usted hace Lyft o Uber, y tiene que usar la máscara. Pero si el vehículo es suyo y yo tengo en mi carro a mi esposo, por ejemplo, no tengo que usar la máscara. O si tengo a mi vecino que yo sé que no tiene el COVID, no tiene que usar la máscara, ¿ok? Dentro de las instituciones educativas, escuelas públicas y privadas, que K12, colegios y universidades privadas, escuelas, comercio, disculpe, necesito agua. No sé qué me pasó. Escuelas de comercio, universidades postsecundarias y técnicas, siempre que las escuelas K12 cumplan con las condiciones del plan de Nashville, un marco para un sistema seguro, eficiente y equitativo, regreso a la escuela, como se describe en la página de plan de reopenings para las escuelas de metro. Por aquellos que trabajan solo en espacios de oficinas separados o en lugares de trabajo no públicos que tienen un área más que adecuada para el distanciamiento social en función del tamaño y la cantidad de personas en el espacio, ya sea en interiores o exteriores. Dichas personas deben estar separadas para cubrirse la cara cuando interactúan con otras personas en grupos de 6 o más personas o en grupos de cualquier tamaño donde el distanciamiento social de más de 6 pies no pueda mantenerse de manera consistente. Cuando usar una cubierta facial representa un riesgo de seguridad o un riesgo, esto no es, lo traduje mal, pero bueno. El riesgo de seguridad incluye, pero no limita al uso de una cubierta para la cara. Puede presentar un riesgo para las personas que trabajan en las escuelas o en altura que usan otra protección respiratoria, que realizan un gran esfuerzo físico, operan equipos pesados o operan en un entorno donde donde se dificulta la comunicación. El riesgo de seguridad incluye, entre otros, Ahora voy a saludar en un minuto a todos los que me están viendo, pero termino de leer. El riesgo de seguridad incluye, entre otros, una actividad o transacción en la que es importante establecer la identidad del cliente o empleado. Sin embargo, se alienta a empleados a estructurar el trabajo para promover el distanciamiento social y limitar el contacto cercano tanto como sea posible dentro de los lugares de trabajo donde las cubiertas de la cara puede presentar tales riesgos. Al comer o beber en público en restaurantes, bar u otro establecimiento de comidas o bebidas, mientras que en el lugar de culto se recomienda encarecidamente a los lugares de culto, o sea, en las iglesias, donde usted vaya a rezar o a lo que sea, que sigan las pautas de salud en el párrafo 3 de la Orden Ejecutiva 38 del gobernador Lee, emitida el 22 de mayo del 2020. Y mientras se encuentre en un edificio o espacio interior, propiedad, administrado o arrendado por el estado de Tennessee o del gobierno federal. Esto quiere decir que estas son las reglas de las personas que deben, donde no deben de cubrirse la cara, usar su mascarilla, usar su tapabocas, usar su mask en esas condiciones. Ahora, si usted va a un restaurante a comer y está sentado esperando a que le llegue la comida, no está bebiendo, pero solamente está sentado ahí, usted debe usar la máscara. Después que termine de comer, también debe de ponérselo otra vez. Si está caminando, por ejemplo, no tiene que ponérsela, pero si usted va caminando y hay un grupo de personas, tiene que ponérsela. Así que le recomiendo que siempre ande con su máscara a la mano para evitar contagios. Saludos rápidamente a los que están mirando. Janet, hello, Janet Pérez. Raúl Regalado. Hello, Raúl, how are you? I know you speak Spanish, but I hope you're practicing these days. María Teresa Hostos, ¿cómo estás? Jorge Antonio Suárez. Liz Rascon, my friend, how are you? Are you feeling better? William Whitworth in Colombia. When are you coming back, man? My cousin from Cuba. Besos, besos, mi prima. Idalia Paz, ¿cómo estás? Cherry Tizano, Pablo Garzón, Tony de León in Miami, Dan Heller, Alejandro Olvera. Bueno, I hope everybody's doing okay. Espero que todos estén en buen estado de salud. Bueno, ahora voy a repetir en inglés para los que me están viendo que no hablan español, las nuevas reglas de usar las máscaras. Como les dije anteriormente, tuvo efecto hoy. So I was talking about the new requirement to wear your mask. And I'm gonna read to you when it's not required to wear a mask. Mask or face covering must be worn when indoors and outdoors public spaces, but not required in the following settings or circumstances. By any child age 12 or younger. Any child younger than 2 years old must not wear a face covering because of a risk of suffocation. Parents and caregivers must supervise the use of face masks by children to avoid misuse. In outdoor public spaces, unless maintaining a physical distance of 6 feet from persons who are not members of the same household or residence is not feasible. While engaged in outdoor work or recreation, such as swimming, walking, hiking, bicycling, or running, unless maintaining a physical distance of 6 feet from persons who are not members of the same household or residence is not feasible. By those who cannot medically tolerate wearing a face covering, no persons declining to wear no persons declining to wear a face covering because of a medical condition shall be required to produce verifying medical documentation within one's own of another motor vehicle, provided by the vehicle is not being used for public transportation or vehicle for hire. That means if you are a Lyft driver, you have to wear a face covering, and also the passenger have to wear the mask. Within educational institutions, public and private K-12 schools, private colleges and university trade schools, post-secondary and technical colleges, provided K-12 schools comply with the conditions in Nashville Plan, a framework for safe, efficient, and equitable return to schools as outlined in the Nashville Plan for reopening schools. So if you have any doubts, if you have kids, you need to go to the MNMPS website and look for the Nashville plans for reopening the schools this season, this fall. But those working alone in separate offices, spaces, or in non-public workspaces that have more than adequate area for social distancing based on the size and the number of persons, or the number of people in a space, either indoors or outdoors. Such persons must be prepared to wear a face covering when interacting with others in groups of 6 or more persons, or in groups of any size where social distancing or more than 6 feet cannot be consistently maintained. When wearing a face covering poses a safety risk, I can't read anymore, or security risk. Safety risk includes, but is not limited to, where wearing a face mask covering may pose a risk to persons working on a ladder or a height, wearing other respiratory protection, engaging in heavy physical exertion, operating heavy equipment, or operating in an environment where face covering hinders communications. Security risk includes, but not limited to, an activity or transaction where establishing the identity of the customer or employee is important. However, employers are encouraged to structure work to promote social distancing and limit close contact as much as possible within workspaces where face covering may pose such risks. So if you work in construction, Latinos, and you are your boss is an English speaking person, you need to listen to this. So, si usted es latino y está trabajando para alguien que no habla español, usted tiene que saber estas reglas. When eating or drinking in public at a restaurant, bar, or other food and beverage establishment. When you are out in a restaurant, you have to wear the mask if you're not eating. Once you're done, you can take it off. You can take it once. Yes, once you're done, you have to put it back on. I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. While in a place of worship, places of worship are strongly encouraged to follow the health guideline in paragraph 3 of the Governor's Lee Executive Order number 38, issued on May 22nd, 2020, and while in a building or indoor spaces owned, managed, or leased by the state of Tennessee or a federal government. That's it. So, I'm not going to repeat in Spanish because I already said all that in Spanish. No voy a repetir en español porque ya lo dije todo en español. Entonces, ya ahí saben cuándo y cuándo no tienen que usar las máscaras que está hoy, a partir de hoy, es requerida en el condado de Davidson. Bueno, antes de irme, le muestro siempre le muestro la data de los datos de de aquí del condado, pero hoy quería enseñarles el del estado. Déjame ver dónde que está el del estado. Ok, aquí está. Porque me preocupa muchísimo que no solamente en el condado de Davidson, pero todos los condados alrededor del condado de Davidson tenemos muchísimos casos del COVID-19 y aquí a la izquierda puedo ver por condado los casos confirmados y cuántos muertos. En el condado de Shelby tenemos 186 muertos. En Davidson County ya hoy tenemos 110 personas fallecidas, desafortunadamente. En Rutherford tenemos 34. Le voy a decir los casos de fallecidos primero. En Hamilton 30, en Trousdale 5, en Sumner 51, Williamson 14, en Knox County 5, en Putnam 7, en Robertson 11, Wilson 17, en Lake no hay ningún muerto, pero tienen 691 casos. En Bledsoe, una muerte, en Tyson 4, en Xavier 3, en Bedford 5, Bradley 3, en Montgomery 7, en Macon 3, en Hardman 1, en Murray 3, en Rea no hay ninguno, en Fayette 2, en Loudoun 1, en Madison 2, en McMinn 17, en Dreyer no hay ninguno, en Hamblen 4, en Shipman 1, en Dixon no hay ninguno, en Cumberland 3, en Bond 3, en Washington County no hay ninguno, en Monroe hay 4, en Lawrence hay 4, en Lauderdale hay 2, Coffee no hay ninguno, en Jefferson ninguno, en Anderson hay 2, en Gibson 1, Obison 2. Bueno, ya en casi todos los condados nada más que hay menos de 5 casos muertos. Desgraciadamente, el estado ya tiene 584 fatalidades y tenemos 40,172 casos en el estado. Señores, hay que prestar atención a estos números. El COVID-19 no es nada de juego. Llevo ya meses diciéndole que se cuiden, que cuiden de su familia, que cuiden de su comunidad, que tenemos que salir de esto, que este virus mata a cualquier persona, no tiene que ver ni edad, ni sexo, ni raza, ni color. Este virus no le importa quién eres, de dónde vienes, ni a dónde vas. Tienen que cuidarse. Esos son los datos del estado. Así que si usted me está escuchando desde otra ciudad en el estado, por favor, escuche. Ok, Fifi, me voy a tener que cambiar los espejuelos. Ok. Le voy a compartir ahora la información del condado de Davidson. Aquí vamos con el condado de Davidson. Aquí está, share. Tenemos 106, bueno, aquí dice 106, pero en el reporte que le estaba dando anteriormente, dice 110. Me imagino que por aquí no está la información actualizada. Otra vez le digo, ¿y dónde está mi información de Davidson County? La tengo ahí, pero no la tengo allá. A ver, no, la tengo por acá, por otra ventana. Discúlpeme que me perdí en mi propia computadora. Ok, tenemos ahora un 10.4% de personas, los números siguen subiendo desafortunadamente. Los números de latinos otra vez siguen un 30.8% latinos, por favor, escuchen, se los ruego, escuchen. Tienen que cuidarse. Mire, esto le puede salvar la vida a usted y a su familia, la mascarilla. Escuche consejo para que lleguen a viejo. Y todavía tenemos un 28.7% de que no sabemos quiénes son. Así que ya no sé ni qué les voy a decir mi gente porque la verdad estoy cansada de hablar. Y Boris Sancho, sí, BNA es increíble. Ellos trabajan muy duro y todos son muy acogedores a toda la población, a toda la comunidad. y espero que tengan la información que les pedí en español. Y Boris, muchas gracias por dejarme transmitir el programa por tu canal de ISPA TV Digital y que todos tus oyentes estén recibiendo esta información. ¿Cuándo terminan la construcción? Bueno, terminaron ya parte de la construcción del garaje. Todavía falta el hotel y falta terminar pronto el corredor D y que terminará, él me dirá cuándo lo van a terminar. Yo prefiero usar ¿qué cosa prefieres usar, Fifi? Voy a tener que usar a otros espejuelos. Bueno, estos son los únicos que tengo en este momento. Raimel, ¿cómo estás? Saludos. Muchas gracias a ti por ver el programa. Te quiero mucho y te extraño. Boris dice que horrible, los números siguen subiendo y subiendo. Sí, desafortunadamente. Y hoy quería ir a hacerme el examen, pero resulta que hoy en la ciudad no dio los números de infectados o los nuevos casos del COVID-19 porque tienen un backlog en el laboratorio. Tienen demasiados exámenes que procesar, entonces no tienen los números de las últimas 24 horas. Entonces, esperaré unos días para ir a hacerme el examen del COVID-19, aunque yo no me siento nada, yo me siento perfectamente bien. Pero como ustedes saben, a veces que personas tienen el virus y no tienen ningún síntoma. Entonces, pues yo, para dar el ejemplo, quiero ir a hacerme el examen. Y cuando esté haciéndome el examen, lo voy a filmar para que usted lo vea y animarlos a que se vaya a hacer el examen y hacer saber si usted es o no es positivo. ¿Ok? En la Florida cerraron las playas nuevamente. Nashville terminará cerrando todo igual de nuevo. Bueno, esperemos que no, esperemos que la gente escuche y que podamos, ir al revés en vez de, ir hacia adelante en vez de ir hacia atrás con los números. Sí, Fifi, usar la mascarilla es muy importante para todos. Gary Jenkins, Diana Cruz, hello, how are you? Before I say goodbye, I just wanted to, I was sharing the numbers from overall Tennessee today, and it's scary, the numbers, and we have 40,172 confirmed cases in the state of Tennessee, and 584 fatalities, and we have 110 deaths in Davidson County. Please, people, take care of yourself, take care of each other. This little thing protect your life. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. If you want to live a long life and free of COVID, wear your mask. So I have been on for an hour. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Stay tuned, stay safe, and stay home if you don't have to go out. Eso es todo por hoy, señores. Ya he estado al aire casi una hora. Nos vemos mañana a las 3 de la tarde. Cuídense a su familia y a su comunidad y quédese en casa si no es necesario salir. Desde mi casa a la suya, les mando un buen fuerte abrazo cubano, bien apretado virtualmente y espero que nos podamos ver pronto en persona y darle ese abrazo en persona. Los quiere de todo corazón Sheyla Paz. Desde mi casa a la suya, les digo chao.